Hey Fuzzy Goat family, Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia. Let me move this a little bit. There we go. Yeah, okay. Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia at the Fuzzy Goat, and my favorite day of the week on Tuesday when I get to come here with you guys and talk about my projects. Hope everybody had a good weekend. We are in our pollen season, so it's like just yellow. Everything's yellow. Everybody's congested and cranky because of the pollen. Oh, look, there's my son. Andrew, come over here. Say hi. Oh, my son just walked in. He's getting my keys.
He's got the keys for you over here.
They're right there by that tree. Yeah, so it's pollen season here, so it's kind of crazy. See you later. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so it's been hot, and it's very hot. I don't know if you can see, I have a little wave in my hair here because it's so muggy. Like you really can't see it. I'm really basically very straight with my hair, but when the humidity comes, it gets a little crazy. Thanks to the gentleman that just walked out the door, because before him, I didn't have any curl. After him, I had some curl, not a lot, but anyway. So this weekend I did a lot of playing, I'm going to confess. Not as much knitting as I would like to get done, so which I'm very excited about getting home today and doing just that. But I was able to touch every one of my projects. And it's snowing, Teresa. I know the Midwest is getting nailed. And I think that storm might be coming down here this weekend. Not the snow part, but the rain and the wind, which would be really good because it'll knock all our pollen down, or most of it, and flush it away because it's just really bad. Red cedar pollen is trying to kill us here. I don't know. Is that what we have? No, we have pine and oak. Oak is the bad one. It's the little squiggly thing. I think that's the one that you see everywhere. Anyway, okay. Where do I want to start? All right, I'm going to start because last week I was in a conundrum. Love that word. About my Express Yourself sweater. And my plan was to only knit on that and finish it, but I didn't know what to do, so it sat for a little while. Then I decided to pick it up, and this is the back, and I went back to the pattern and read it. Well, what I want to show you is this is there's 3 color charts, and this is the 3rd one. And I was only able, oh, Chicago is in the 50s. That's excellent. That's pretty good for up there. That's basically summer in Chicago, 50s. So I didn't get, well, I'm just going to see how far I got. Maybe, okay. The 3rd color chart for the Express Yourself sweater is 12 rows. I maybe got 6 rows when I realized, when I measured, that I needed to start separating for the sleeves. So my conundrum was, do I rip it out? Do I, I did do a gauge swatch, but I last week I talked about it. I probably cheated myself a little bit, and I'm not really used to working with this size yarn or needles. So anyway, I went ahead and kept going. I just stopped the chart. I don't know if you can tell. I just did another row of the magenta, just all the way around, and then I switched to my main color, which is going to be the body, and I separated for the sleeves. I thought, well, let me just separate the sleeves and try it on and see how I like it. So it's not huge. It's just, I guess my stitches were longer, and so I'm not ripping it out. I'm going to go forward and finish this thing. So I'm pretty excited that I decided, that I made my mind up. So even though I didn't really knit much on it, I did, like I said, you can see my sleeves here. At least now I have a plan. I was trying to tell my daughter, my middle daughter that's at Georgia Southern, she's all stressed out. She's got a lot of things to do. I said, you just got to come up with a plan. That's how you start. You got to start with a plan. Anyway, so this should be pretty quick, I think. Just the body. And then I have to decide about the sleeves. I'm not going to do short sleeves. Oh, and I will say, so when I tried this on before I separated the sleeves, it would kind of fit weird. I would say it didn't rest down on my shoulders. But then when I separated the sleeves and put my arms in the sleeve holes, it did better. It kind of relaxed. And so I'm thinking if I block it, I might just kind of spray this part a little bit and just kind of stretch it out a little bit. So my husband is bragging That is 80, that's not nice, honey. It's 82 degrees here. And that's not really bragging because that's really a little bit too warm for the last day of February, if you ask me. But he does have the pollen, right? It is a lot of pollen. So anyway, this is the Express Yourself sweater. And what I want to show you is Cadence's color. So she started hers. And, okay, I think she said she's going to have to back out a couple rows because she got a little excited with her chart. And I do this when I get really excited about starting something. Sometimes I don't read the details. I'm going to try to find them. No, that's her gauge chart. Oh, here's the chart. So she was looking at the chart and assumed her white, because she is using white. So she thought white was her white, and it's not. She needs to mark which colors, her main color, and etc. Because here she's using main color, color 1, and color 2. Not all at the same time. So anyway, so we were comparing her gauge versus my gauge. So hopefully she's not gonna have the same problem I did as far as, and she said she may just not include that third chart if she thinks it's gonna be a problem, which is not a bad idea. I wanted a little more yellow, but it's fine. It's fine. I think there's some more color in the sleeve. Oh, we were talking about the sleeves. And so I think I'm probably gonna do 3/4 is what my thought is on this. We'll see when I get there. Anyway, so this is Cadence's, and she's got this hot pink she's gonna use. Oh, and her green came in today. So this is gonna be her third color. But I think she said she had a fourth color. Blue, white. No. Ooh, okay, there are 4 colors here. There's 4 colors. So I'm not sure what her plan is. I think this was gonna be like a stripe or something, just a little splash of pink. So her other color's gonna be used. So fun. It's kind of fun that we're kind of on this journey at the same time. We've done sweaters together, but it's like at the same time. It's kind of cool. So I think that's all I was going to say about this. Yeah, I'm really liking this. And it is a heavy, I mean, it's a thick yarn. I won't say heavy. I think we're calling it super bulky, but it is so airy that, yeah, it's a heavy yarn, but I think it's going to let air flow in and out. So it's, I'm not going to wear it in the summer here, but anyway. So that is Express Yourself. Check it out on, we've got a lot of colors you can see behind me here. I don't know if you can see the bottom row, but fuzzygoatyarns.com. And we are calling this is Knit Collage, and we're calling it the Boucle. B-O-U-C-L-E. Boucle. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about that, because I was initially thinking I might frog the whole sweater out on that Express Yourself and maybe change my needle. But then I thought, I'm not sure I'm gonna like it if I go down a needle size, because then the fabric's gonna be a little firmer, and I kind of like it open and airy. So I'm at peace with my decision, where I'm doing with that. So, all right, you guys, let's see. The next thing, I'm gonna skip around because I have this in my lap, is my Papa sweater. Oh, this is so fun, y'all. It's so fun. And you just have to know when you sit down to work on this, you're only going to do a couple rows, and I am jamming with this one. Can you tell? I think you can get a good idea of what those flowers are looking like. Love it, and I'm going to show you where I am on the chart, because I'm just getting really fast. Where am I? So it looks like I have like 11 rows to go, and then I'm just going to be jamming on the body. So very exciting. With this is a DK called the Papa sweater. So it's been fun. It's a different kind of color work for me, and I just wanted to do something different, and I just love the flowers. This just looks like graffiti. You can also see, now you can, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, but I didn't do the ladder back jacquard in the beginning. And Trisha is watching. Hey Trisha, how are you? Hang on, I'm gonna show you your sweater here in a minute. In the beginning, I did not do the backward loop jacquard, so I had some puckering right there. You can see it right there, and it's okay. And about a few rows in, that's when I started doing it, and it just makes for a looser fabric. There's no show through on the white, and that was something new. I don't know how often I'll have to use that, because most of my color work is closer. So this is the Papa sweater. That's using the Paloma DK from Traveling Yarns, which we're expecting a new shipment in any day now. All right, well, now let me go to, is there anything else I'm gonna say about that? No. Okay, now this one I didn't get to work on very much, but I did pick it up last night, late last night after a very bad tennis match. I did pick this up and knit a little bit before I went to bed. So this is the Moherino Medley by Stephen West. And this is just easy to go to. You know, the rows are pretty quick. I think I just did a repeat here. So this section is 2 very light colors, which I'm okay with. And I have to do 4 row repeats 7 times. So I think I have 2 or 3 to go. But it's nice because after I sit down with something like the Papa, where if I want to do a row, it really takes me some time. This is pretty fast. Pretty fast. I wish you could feel it. It's super soft and it's a nice fabric. So yeah. And that, yeah, that's it. That's just an easy one to sit down to if you have an hour and just kick it out. Kick it out. All right, what is Kathy saying? So Kathy has used the Ladderback Jacquard you're doing. Oh, you haven't learned. I thought maybe you'd used it. At first it seemed like a little like, what? I'm adding stitches, how am I gonna know? And you can tell when you're doing the Ladderback Jacquard, when you add that stitch, that is not a real stitch. So my worry was that I was gonna like mistakenly add stitches to my round, but it really isn't a problem. So I would encourage that if you have color work where you're carrying a yarn, I would definitely look that up and try it. All right, Papa Sweater did that. Oh, where's my, okay, so the Dando knit along, the bamboo. I showed you this last week. Somebody came in, Betty came in, and she is doing the same color. I can't tell if that's the front or back. I think this is the front. She did the same colorway I did, and she was wearing hers when she came up here, and it looked great on her. But my concern is she made a bigger size than I did, so I'm hoping that this is going to be okay on me, the length and then also the width. I mean, it just may not. It's going to be more fitted. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with the length. Betty looked cute because she said as well, she kind of wished she made it a little longer, but it looked really cute because she had on a camisole or a t-shirt that hung out. And that's kind of what I was thinking before. So anyway, this is the front, and on the back, it's not the same pattern, similar, but not the same. And I am now on the solid, and I think I have to do, it's interesting, they have it, I think 90 rows, which is it. So I'm marking every 10 rows I'm marking it. And this is fast. I just didn't have a whole lot of knitting time. I think I could probably, finish this one if I would just sit down and knit it for a while. But that's okay. It's all about the journey. All about the journey. Yesterday I took my son to he's going to prom, and I had to get him fitted for his tux, my little boy. He's really cute. All right, where do I want to go next? Let's go to, oh yeah, okay, the Peach Fuzz. And I'm dying to get to my red on this one. So I got a little creative. Oh, I hope I got creative. Y'all be like, So right, wait a minute. This is the back. All right. Then you did it 6 inches on the light gray or whatever color it is that you choose to do. Then you pick up at the shoulder, and then you do your 2 inches of ribbing, and then you switch again, right, to the lighter gray. My issue is, and I knew this was going to be an issue, that I don't have a whole lot of the lighter gray. So now I'm going to do like a little bit of striping. It was kind of hard to show you, sorry. Let me just show you where I am. So I probably still have a couple more inches to go. So I decided to start doing just a couple stripes between the light gray and the dark gray. And then I'm going to switch to the red. And at that point, I might be going in the round, I'm hoping. Or maybe I do some red before I go in the round. But again, this is a long, very similar to the the Hardigan. It's a long, so you can see my neck. There's my neck. And then very drop sleevey. Drop sleevey, drop sleevey. And this is a worst weight. This is by Melanie Berg. And this is so soft. I mean, I like this, the hand of this. I think it calls for a 7, I believe. My gauge, I can't remember. Yeah, I did do a gauge watch. I just stayed with the, Teresa thinks the stripes will be good. I think so too. But then I'm allowing myself, if I don't like it, I may pull out the stripes and then just go from the light gray to the dark gray and then to the red. But I think I'm gonna like the stripes. Anyway, so yeah, worsted weight. Again, you know, it's 80 degrees here, but that's all right. Because in the evenings right now, it still gets kind of cool. All right, so that was Peach Fuzz. And I saw Fireside Chats. Is that what they were?
Fiberside?
Fibers. What did I say? Fireside?
Yeah, it's
Fiberside.
just a play on that.
Yeah, because they're sitting by a fireplace, right? That's where I get confused. Yeah, they are going to have her in one of their chats. Their coming chats, I think. Melanie Berg. All right, let me look at my notes here. Okay, the Hardigan. Yep. So I have a girls' weekend planned this weekend, and one of my friends going is a knitter. I taught her how to knit. So, and she's a lefty, and I just taught her the way I knitted, and I think she's fine doing that. I'm just throwing that out there because we hear a lot of people say, "Well, I'm a lefty," and I don't know. So, but maybe she's used to doing things not amphibious, but ambidextrous. But either way. But anyway, so I'm curious to see what she's working on. And I believe all of my projects are going with me. And that'll take up half my trunk. But I also think I have a pair of socks that I want to start. Just to kind of like have something that I don't have to think too much about if I want to keep my hands going. All right, so the Hardigan. My charts here, sorry, I want to show you these. I finished all the charts. So what happened on the front, I was getting concerned that the front was getting it's white. It's a very boxy sweater. So that's the style. I was just going to have this out too, just to confirm. It's very boxy, drop sleeve, and this yarn has some silk in it. So I think it's going to like have a nice drape. So I think for the size I was doing for her, it had a whole nother repeat. I just felt like it was getting a little too long. And so I measured up to, excuse me, Trisha, and we decided I was going to stop, and then I was going to do the ribbing, and then if I need to do the ribbing longer, I could. So this is the back, I'm sorry, not the front. This is the front, and I, like I said, finished the chart. Hold on, poke a hole in here. Here it is. So now, the next time I pick this up to work on it, I am going to be doing the ribbing. So yeah, isn't that exciting? That's very exciting for me, very exciting. What I wanted to do is just hold these up together. Okay, so the front's gonna be a little bit longer, but not a whole lot. Well, you guys can't see that. Not have it come off. Yeah, maybe a few inches down there. Yeah, and I think that's okay. Like I think she's okay with that. Let me make sure none of my stitches fall off. Okay. Yes, this is Hardigan, fingering yarn, Spud and Chloe, super fun. I think that's what it's called, super fun. And the color is Tutu. It's so fun. It's such a nice light pink. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited. I think the next things, once I do the ribbing up here, I'm guessing seaming the shoulders and then the sides, and then doing the sleeves. And like I mentioned, we are not doing the pattern on the sleeve, so it should go pretty fast. And especially now that I have my little circular interchangeable needles, it should go super fast. The ones I'm going to use on my next sock. All right, so that's the Hardigan. Oh, and then what? Oh, we're going to talk about that too. What I'm wearing too. This is one of my favorites to wear. This is Ranunculus. I think I wore one last week as well. This one is just fingering, and it is using Knitwise Floofy Fingering in the goat colorway. We might need to get some more goat colorway because it's so happy and spring-like, I think. So yeah, ranunculus. And I have I have yarn. I think I'm going to make a DK ranunculus because you can use the pattern. You can use any size yarn. I've been wanting to do like a heavier weight yarn just to kind of see what it would be like. So anyway, that's where I am. I got a couple things I want to show you real quick. We have a new sample in the shop, and I'm infatuated with it. And I don't even know a little girl person that could wear this. But this is, what do we call Alyssa? This one is in Earth Self-Striping Fingering. And this is in Wonderland Blossom Fingering. Isn't that the cutest thing? This is the smallest size. This one, we were told is the smallest size, but I think it might be, they might have just kept going on the length because they finished up a skein. We still had some yarn left over for this. Oh, they're sweet, just so sweet. And the crocheted little buttons. I guess that could be the back or the front. I think it's reversible. I've seen, and the pictures on Ravelry, they're kind of either way. So yeah, this is, and I'll put the links up for the pattern and for either yarn. So again, this one's self-striping. This is more of a gradient. We've got some of those as well on our website. Oh, let me show you this. So this is one of them. Yeah, this is not that same one. This color is called Heartly Fern. And when you go on our website, you may see two, and they have them wound in opposite directions. So this one starts with yellow, goes out to the green, and then we may have another one with it that starts with the green, comes out with yellow. So it just depends on where you want to pull it. But I just kind of fun way to do that. Here's another one. This one is Trillium. That's a fun one. Okay. I know, isn't that it's just the cutest little girl's dress? Cutest little, and this is the Earth. This is a different colorway, and their colors, as beautiful as they are, do not have names. So this is 3001, and the yardage on these guys is 435. This one, Barbara, when she made the sample, still had some left. What's the yardage on this guy? 412. So when she made the pattern, the way, you know, she still had some left. So you could make it longer because she had some of it left. I won't say quite a bit, but anyway, hello Renee, how are you? Oh, Renee's coming to the shop on Thursday. We look forward to seeing you. I may not be here Thursday because I have a little girls' weekend planned. But, all right, I think that's all I wanted to share with you. I'm hoping I get some of some knitting, some finished projects I need to get done off my needles. Maybe I have something to show you next week. Maybe I could be wearing something new next week. That would be awesome. And I hope you have a great week. Please reach out to us and let us know if we can send you pictures, or if you have questions about anything, you can text us or email us or call us. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a good one.